What's the worst advice someone ever gave you, but you still followed? Find all the secret numbers hidden in the video and post it in the comment with your username to get a chance to win a $50 gift card each month. In the 5th grade, my teacher was talking about bullying. Then she said, if anyone tries to bully you, just agree with them. So the next time I got bullied, I agreed with the bully and they bullied me more. You should make a Facebook. It'll help you keep in touch with people. I was told to not get a credit card until after college. I was super fortunate to have my college paid for, so I had no loans. Car paid in cash. No credit card or anything to start building credit. Found myself out in the world at 22 years old with a credit score of 0. Just hold it for a few more minutes, me needing to poop. My father always taught me and my brother that having friends is bad and in the end they will never be there for you, so every time I told my father about my friends he would get kinda mad and give me the advice to stop talking to them. Now I am afraid of people and have several trust issues. Thanks, Dad. Had a falling out with some friends. My husband recommended I reach out to an old friend who ghosted me suddenly in a manner that induced some pretty severe abandonment trauma. Went for it anyways because it's been so long. Surely they changed. Am now experiencing the same things as last time. After you put in a job application, you need to call them at least once a day every day until they hire you. Note: this did not get me hired. It got me bitched out by the HR person I was calling and forbidden to ever contact their facility again. Sometimes you need to be an asshole with girls struck out with a perfect 10 because of that. You should stay. He will change if you love him enough. When I met my now wife at the age of 19, one of my coworkers said that it's very important to start at the bottom with presents and work your way up. She still has the socks I gave her on our first anniversary on the wall over our bed as a reminder. Asterisk. Drinking alcohol after a night of binge drinking will fix your hangover. Asterisk. All that did was postpone the withdrawals and lead to even higher tolerance. Thus even more drinking. Vicious circle. Glad I'm in recovery. The worst advice came from a so-called handyman. He advised me to use a copper penny as a temporary substitute in a screw-in fuse box circuit until replacement fuses could be obtained. As I once described, taking his misguided advice almost caused an electrical fire. If I hadn't been there to smell overheating wires and to pull the main on the fuse box, we would have had a house fire. Man, if I was you, I'd bite her on her ass as hard as I could. Me. Hold my beer. Ouch, what are you doing? So I played dead, fake sleep from extreme embarrassment. Hit the gym, bro. It's been 7 months. No noticeable results and I fucking hate going to the gym. If I don't see any results with this new training program, I'm buying steroids. Stick with a job no matter how bad it is. I stayed with a terrible job working retail, dealing with horrible customers and sexual harassment. I was told I wouldn't find anything better. Go to college in America. And #X200B. I'm now dropping out after being screwed by 2 separate colleges, having gone to 3. With $11,000 in loans I'll have to start paying back with no job because of COVID. Never apply for any government assistance. Q years of suffering trying to work full-time with a painful disability. Quit a particularly terrible job. And wanted to apply for food aid until I could find another gig. A friend with lots of DHS experience recommended I apply for Social Security, just to get in the system. Turns out my disability was bad enough to get accepted the first time. which I wasn't expecting. Really could have used that support. Oh, the 30-plus previous years of my life. Don't do computer science. You won't make money. Do bio or chemistry instead. You will make more. A simplified version of an old friend's advice when I was thinking about doing computer science. I thought he was right and followed. I subsequently failed the Bio GE class and barely passed Chem. Part of the reason why I spiral into depression because I didn't know what else to do at the time. You should seriously hook up with her, she seemed so sweet and really hot. While going through a divorce, my employer had me drop her health insurance. The judge was not happy. I was pretty drunk. In a bar at 3 or 4 a.m. in New Orleans at Mardi Gras. My friend and I were talking to some southern fool, who told us persistently, in the South, if you ask politely, the world is your oyster and literally everything is possible. I got up, my friend pleading no, and went to the young barmaid, and very politely asked for a free drink. She reached for the baseball bat, and we were out on the street in about 10 seconds. You should put your hand again in the ostrich cage. After it had bitten me. I got bitten twice and it was my mum saying it to at the time 3-year-old me. By the way, they have saw kinda of beaks. Don't delay in starting a family. I had 3 kids by age 29. Then realized that my wife had BPD and the religion that brought us together and gave us that shitty advice was a cult. Had a teacher say, you can tell a guy likes you if he stares at you. And you can tell a girl likes you if she glances at you. Glances away. And then glances back again. Proceeded to stare at the girl I liked for most of that school year. And wondered why she wasn't getting the hint. It went about how you'd expect. I got labeled a creep by my entire grade. And was ostracized socially for the majority of high school. If you keep trying, bro, maybe things will work out. You guys are perfect for each other. You love each other. Just keep trying. Regards to an ex. Tried for a year. Wept for another half a year. Don't go to university because it's too hard for you. Take early childhood education program at college because you'll do better at it. Switch to liberal arts because ECE is too tough for you. And most importantly, don't go to university because you're going to fail. And people wonder why I'm contemplating not going back to school. Edited because I forgot I'm on mobile. If your antidepressants are making you feel sick to your stomach and giving you headaches, don't stop taking them. Go to the instead. Never, never, never. And don't make a lava aquarium next to your woodhouse. Minecraft, by the way. Bigger the risk, bigger the reward. That can mean you're a millionaire or a dead man, haha. To be as hood as possible in studies doesn't work in real life. You should have a balanced skill set of everything. Why don't you try staying in the army for a bit? Shittest advice ever. Yes, the army is good for certain people. But I am not one of those people. I'm now an accountant. If he's bullying you, it means he likes you. 4 years of sexual and emotional abuse told me otherwise. Go to college. You're smart. Then dropped out twice. Give your ex another chance. You guys have a lot of history together. Co-sign on this car for me so we can both improve our credit. 5 years later I finally paid it off after it went into collections. She's paid less than $200 herself. Stay at a job because you don't want to show short terms in your resume. If the job is awful, get out of there. Not to use Noxzema, I had really bad acne. Years later I used it and it worked like a charm. When I just hit puberty, a friend told me you're supposed to pop pimples to get rid of them faster. I think you can guess how that went. My girlfriend told me to eat my own semen once for dietary protein and I vomited on her. To poke the obviously dead squirrel that had ants all over it to make sure it's dead. You're good at doing work. You'll be a great manager, my company directors. Shortly before directing me to accept a promotion. To quit my super stable easy job where I made good money to go for it. Single quote. No. Don't stop. This is what you have been waiting for. Just go with it. She seems nice and definitely into you. You won't know if you don't give it a chance. From my older cousin when I was learning to ride a ride. Wiggle the handlebars of the bike back and forth really fast so you stay balanced. Spoiler. It did not help me to balance. Parents told me to suck it up and do your studies. Any time I ever had any mental health issues. And I did. Still honestly don't know how to deal with emotional issues. They both needed therapy, not children. Take AP classes. They'll help you in the long run. Nope. All they did was add stress and unnecessary pressure when I could have gotten a higher GPA taking normal classes. Get your CDL and drive trucks. I drove a truck over the road once. That's all it took for me to say, nope, I'm out. I was, however, able to get some local route jobs afterwards. She's out of both our leagues, bro. Just drop it. It turns out that she might have actually liked me back, but my friend convinced me that there was no chance. So I didn't do anything until it was too late. He wasn't going after her either. He was seeing someone else at the time. I was bullied a lot in elementary school. But I was a pretty tall kid. Someone at some point suggested that because I was so tall I shouldn't mind the bullying. After all, I could basically spit on their heads. So one day that's what I did. Got into more trouble after that. Definitely a lose-lose situation right there.